Walkability and the Threat of Extreme Heat, Part 1. What is walkability and why does it matter? Do you think of walking as just recreation or is it a mode of transportation? If you live in North America, it's highly likely that roads in your town look something like this. So when it comes to transportation, walking just isn't the obvious option. I'm Kaylee, an urban science and city planning student at MIT. This summer, I'm interning at Walk Boston, a pedestrian advocacy nonprofit serving all of Massachusetts. If there's one thing we know about, it's walkability. So let's talk about it. I think most people understand walkability even if they don't have the words for it. Walk Boston thinks of walkability in 6 main elements: safety, comfort, access, connections, destinations, and activity. In short, a walkable place is one that is safe and attractive to walk in. Walkability is critical for healthy societies for many reasons. Walking is a zero-emission way to get around. It provides exercise, and it promotes social connectivity. You can't really achieve any of those things from within a private vehicle. Right now, I want to focus on the second element of walkability, comfort. As I'm sure you've noticed, it's getting really hot. Because of climate change, we're experiencing more days of extreme summer heat every single year. Rising heat is especially pronounced in urbanized areas where a high concentration of heat-absorbing materials and a lack of greenery causes higher temperatures than surrounding areas experience. When it's super hot out, I bet you are less willing to walk as far as you usually might, which means you can't access as many public transportation stations. And if transit becomes less accessible, those who can drive a personal vehicle might opt to do that instead. This is bad news. More personal vehicles means more emissions, and more emissions means even higher temperatures. It is not a sustainable cycle. So what can we do about this? Everything that I'm going to discuss in this video series works towards reaching Sustainable Development Goal number 11, make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable. When it comes to transportation, giving people choices beyond driving is an integral part of the solution. Of course, it is important that we reduce global emissions as soon as possible to keep the planet from warming further. But there are also ways to reduce the urban heat island effect so that even on hot days, walking is bearable. We will get into some of those strategies in a couple of videos, but first I want to talk about the unequal impact of extreme heat.